Roll Tide, everybody. I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. If you're an Alabama fan or just a football fan in general, we think you'll enjoy the show. And one of the great things about our podcast format is that you can listen anytime you like because every episode's available 24/7. You can find us in the podcast section of iTunes or at bigbrainsmedia.com, or you can go to our Bama Talk Facebook page and hit the Listen to the Show button. Get your gridiron groove on with Bama Talk and Roll Tide.
This is the Weather Extreme video. This is for Thursday morning, the 17th of October. I'm James Spann. Kind of soggy and cloudy today, but brighter tomorrow. What about the weekend? What about some cold air shots later this month? Pretty interesting forecast. Let's go in there and take a look. This is the big picture. The water vapor satellite view across the nation this morning. I got the big trough moving in from the west, driving a cold front and producing this rain. That was the radar at exactly 5 o'clock this morning. At that point, the heaviest rain was over West Alabama, but that rain will be ending from west to east later today. And at that time, temperatures are mostly in the 60s around here, and they're going nowhere today. In fact, if anything, they might fall a degree or two this afternoon. Back in the colder air, got some freeze advisories for parts of the southern plains. But other than that, the nation pretty quiet, and accordingly, no severe weather problems today or tonight. This is the rain for the next 5 days. This goes through Tuesday morning of next week. The bigger numbers near the Gulf Coast. And the deal is that we've got this secondary impulse as the weekend begins on Saturday that will produce more rain, but mainly way down south, places like Mobile and Dothan. We're pretty confident this end of the state will miss out on the rain from that feature. In fact, we'll be pretty dry really after today for a while. Tropical weather, things are quiet out there in the Atlantic Basin, so let's take a look at modeling. This is the GFS, the OZ run, valid at 1 o'clock today at 500 millibars. Trough lifting out north of us, and down below that, the rain will be tapering off during the day. Let's take a look at the high-res NAM, 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's got the rain generally south of Interstate 20 at that point, still raining in places like Roanoke and Ashland and Lineville and Clanton, Montgomery. But for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, and points north, the rain should be over by then, but the clouds will linger. It'll be a cloudy, cool, damp kind of day. But tomorrow should be brighter, as we have a dry air mass in place. The sky partly sunny. Start the day upper 40s, low 50s. Very cool. The high should be in the low 70s. Go to Friday night, just after midnight. This is 1 a.m. Saturday. That next impulse beginning to produce a little light rain over far south Alabama. Mobile, Andalusia, Geneva, Atmore, places like that. This is suggesting any rain with that feature should be along and south of US 84. And this is Saturday at 1 o'clock, and pretty good rain falling down there. In fact, this is suggesting some folks might pick up an inch of rain Saturday from Mobile to Dothan. And again, it might get up as far north as, say, Camden, Greenville, maybe even Auburn, Opelika. But for the northern half of the state, we think the day Saturday will be dry. Now, obviously, with rain that close, the sky could be cloudy at times on Saturday. But for now, for the northern half of the state, we'll keep the day dry. This is Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock off the NAM. It is considerably drier for South Alabama. It's kind of a forecast challenge for Mobile and Dothan in that the GFS is wet, the NAM is just dry as a bone. But I think that the GFS is probably the better solution at this point. So if you're in South Alabama, there could be some rain Saturday way down south. But up this way, the northern half of the state will leave it dry. Highs should be in the low 70s, and this is Sunday. Everybody enjoys a nice day across the deep south. Start the day Sunday morning down around 50, maybe upper 40s in the cooler pockets, and the high Sunday afternoon should be in the low to mid-70s, a gorgeous fall day. So the weather looks great for racing at Talladega, and college football in Tuscaloosa looks good. I think Auburn will be okay out in College Station, Texas as well. Here's Monday of next week. We're still dry. The GFS is showing a low Monday morning of 46. Pretty chilly. Rain again down in the Gulf. This is Tuesday. The rain in the Gulf tries to move northward, and again, that might bring a little light rain to the Gulf Coast, but for this end of the state, Tuesday is looking dry. This is Wednesday, and cold air advection begins to kick in. Highs would drop into the 60s, and look at a week from today. This is just cold. A big ridge in the west, a trough in the east with a polar connection. Strong north winds, the 540 thickness line driving down to Huntsville. I mean, this is a day where highs would be in the 50s if this is right. Let's look at temperature anomalies on Thursday, way below average. And this could easily get us in the 30s by Friday morning. And a couple of days after that, this is Saturday, October the 26th, a very cold high settling in here. And again, that just looks cold. So, by golly, we could be looking at potential for the first frost of the season toward the end of next week in about 8 or 9 days from now. So just keep that in mind. Here's October 29th. Still looks cold with a western ridge, eastern trough. And here's a look at the temperature anomalies on the 1st of November. And it still looks cold. So by golly, it looks very chilly here for the end of October and on into early November. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. And if you can't catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening, on the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.